There's a story waiting for you to write it. There's a treasure waiting for you to find it. There's a picture waiting for you to paint it. There's a dollar waiting for you to make it. So what you waiting on? Who you waiting for? If you don't take a chance, you'll never know what's in store. Just do you. Somebody's got to be a star. Just do you. Somebody's got to raise the bar. Just do you. Somebody's got to change the game. Just do you. Today. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Gina Harris, and I'm super excited. I'm joining Kristin Harwood, and we are celebrating her book launch, Discover Your Passion and Release Your Fear. And I'm streaming in from Houston, and this is really exciting because we've got Kristin here who is in Bali right now, and she's always such an adventure seeker. So welcome, Kristin, and I'm so excited to really announce your book. Welcome. I'm just going to dig right in, okay? Because, we posted Maricella's video, and we're all four of us were super excited to share with the world about our books. And your course that you offered in Sisterhood Connections, what inspired you to specifically talk about this topic in the course, and then later on, obviously, turning it into a book?
Honestly, I think it's something that's very important to me. It's something I've searched for so long on my little path in life. I always wanted to find that one thing that I was super passionate about, and because it was such a long journey for me and myself, and I'm still on this path, and it hasn't ended, it never will. So I was just like, if I could help others do the same, how great is that?
So along those lines, through this process, you've actually kind of started your own business too, right? Can you kind of share a little bit of that and the name of it? And I feel like it was really hand in hand going through this process, wouldn't you say?
Every mountain needs someone to climb it. Every ocean needs someone to dive in. Every dream needs someone to wish.
Oh, of course, they definitely tied in together. So what I came up with is called In Transition Wellness. This came because I constantly feel like I'm in transition. It doesn't matter, sometimes I'm in transition physically, emotionally, maybe I'm looking for a new career. But the one thing that really resonated, what's true for me in my story, is that I'm constantly transitioning from one phase of life to the next. And that's just the process. Everybody's always in transition. We're never at a standstill. We're always going through different seasons of the soul. Things are always changing and evolving. And the goal behind In Transition Wellness is to help make the transition, the process, easier. There's a lot of times we feel like we may be going through this by ourselves, and that's not necessarily true. But there are some great tools and different tips out there that are useful and that can make the process a lot smoother. It doesn't have to be this really difficult thing. It should be more enjoyable and fun and smooth and graceful. So that's the purpose behind it. And because I love to travel so much, the transit part is very fitting because I'm constantly in transit physically to different locations, like being here in Bali today. So
I
love that. Together.
I absolutely love that. And so, even with your coaching transformation business, because I read your book and it's phenomenal. Your book really gives someone who's reading it step-by-step process to really work through. And I feel like, you really put a lot of even your own personal experience in there, which makes it even more valuable. And so can you share with us just a little sneak peek into your book and kind of what to expect? And really, I see this book being really open to anyone who's looking to really find their passion and really move forward through that fear. I'm always saying, feel the fear and do it anyway. And it feels like that's really the statement of your book. So can you share just a little sneak peek of your book?
Actually, that statement right there is the basis behind my book, is feel the fear and do it anyways. And you were a huge inspiration in that and helped me kind of work through that process. So discover your passion and release your fears. It is a very down-to-earth book. When I designed and came up with the book, I tried to take it from a really real approach. I think it's important to be very honest, so I did put a lot of my real life experiences and what I was feeling at the time, and even what I felt as I was teaching the course or writing the book. Because I think it's very important to be open and relatable to other people, to make them feel like they're not alone going through the process. I also really tried to add some humor in there to keep it lighthearted, so it's not your typical deep-digging self-help book. There's a lot out there, so I wanted to make it a little bit different, take a little spin on it. But basically, it's easy, broken down to easy steps. I came up with what I like to call the 5 Ds of success. The first one is discover, where we learn to kind of dive into ourselves and find out what it is that we truly love and what we enjoy doing. The next step is dare. So now that we know what we like, can we dare to make it bigger? Can you dare to go to those places, those untapped places of yourself that you haven't been before? Third D stands for dream. So can you take what it is you desire and can you make it bigger? How big can you dare to dream? The first step is diminish. So this is where it starts to get good, because that's when we're going to look at all the resistance that we have, all those little roadblocks standing in our way of our dreams. What keeps us stagnant? Where is this resistance coming from? And we're going to learn how to break it down. And then the best part is the do. So this is when we actually get to put our plan into action. So it's basically 5 easy steps, the 5 Ds of success, and we walk through it one at a time with little activities along the way. So it's pretty lighthearted, and I tried to make it as fun as possible.
I love it, Kristin, and I love the way that you really did have the step-by-step process. And so with that, and one of the things that I'm super passionate about through doing this book launch is really watching each of you guys grow. And I know there's people watching right now that go, oh my gosh, like you're inspiring them, Kristin, and this is what is so awesome. So what do you have for them? Like, what would you tell them if there's a person out there that's going, gosh, I wish I could do that. Like, I want to write my own book.
Oh, I tell them what I tell myself, is that you really can do it. And you're not alone in the process. You don't have to do it by yourself. There's great people out there like yourself, Gina, that are here to help you face that resistance and fight through the fear. I would say that the most important thing is to actually feel the fear. We all have fears. It's ridiculous to think that we're going to be able to make it through life without feeling any kind of sense of being afraid of something. It's not about being fearless. It's about being brave and courageous enough to sit with the fear and the resistance. So I would challenge that person to take it to the ledge, take it to the edge, and when you feel that resistance and that fear rise, sit with it. Sit with it as long as you can, and the longer you sit, you'll discover where it's actually coming from. I think you'll be surprised to see that what's causing it really isn't that scary at all. A lot of times it's up here. So I would challenge them to be, yes, just jump. Don't think. Rip the bandage off and just go. Because if you think about it and you say someday's never going to come. Sometimes you just have to go full board, and that's personally what I have to do. I jump all the time, and just have faith that I'm going to grow my wings on the way down.
I love it, Kristin. That is awesome advice too. I love that, to, be bold and be courageous and just do it, because sometimes if it is like really overwhelming, it's like just take one step at a time and kind of not look at the bigger picture. Because sometimes even just thinking of a book, it's kind of too overwhelming or feels too big. So, Kristin, there could be some people watching your video right now and they have no idea about Sisterhood Connections. So I would love to have your take on what Sisterhood Connections is and what it's offered to you in your life.
I even struggle to find the words to describe it. It's that powerful, actually. Sisterhood Connections, to me, is a huge support system. It's sounding board of these incredible women that are there to support each other and share love and support for one another. I've honestly never seen anything like that. There's other groups out there, but this one's completely different. It's a very loving and heart-based community where people feel safe to reach out for help or help each other grow. It's women empowering women, and that's huge. It's so important. I feel like so many ladies out there feel like they're limited and they can only do so much. And to me, Sisterhood Connections is all about breaking those boundaries and growth. It's huge. It's like having family around 24/7. If you ever need anything, it's there for you. And love and be on the same page. And it's right there. It's an open forum available to everyone. And I think that's amazing.
Yeah, and I'm really excited even what the future holds for Sisterhood Connections. We have lots of stuff planned, and even the sisterhood sessions that are coming this summer that you and I are involved in. That's really, really exciting. So Kristin, as we're ending this video, is there anything that you would like to add before closing?
That has been an incredible experience for me. Honestly, it's something I never thought I could do. It's something I wanted to. I really have wanted to write a book. It's something I've put out there, but I never imagined that it could happen so quickly and so smoothly. I always felt like it was something out of my reach. And honestly, Gina, you and the rest of Sisterhood Connections have really made that possible. You have helped me so much. I just am forever beyond words grateful. I just want everybody to know it's something they can do too. Really, the sky's the limit. There are no boundaries. The only boundaries we have are the ones we create. And let me tell you, they're not real. So thank you so much for letting me participate in this process and this little mentorship program. And I'm just very grateful.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Kristin. And I'm super excited for you. And I'm celebrating you today and your book. So I love you. And thank you for joining us tonight.